Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 16 of Endless Legend. We've managed to take Howard and we managed to complete the next part of our Empire quest. We've split the Windwalkers, the orange guys, into two now. I think they only have these two regions left. They're still refusing to peace out, so I may have to just go and wipe them out. We've got to send our army down here anyway to actually parlay with this village and complete a mission, so we might as well go and wipe this village out if it is going to be nice and easy. I prefer not to have to do that, but they are refusing peace, so I don't see an awful lot of option. Winter's set in, so I can't actually do an awful lot right now. It takes me ages to get anywhere, but let's go ahead and do what we need to go do. We need to parlay with them. That is the quest that we've been given. The leader is willing to help, but does not believe in receiving nothing in return. He requests that we return later with 50 pixie blood and 30 mithrite. So 50 pixie blood and 30 mithrite. Now we may be able to afford that. If we actually go over to the market, mithrite we could potentially get. It's very expensive though. If we wanted 30 mithrite, yeah, I can't even afford to buy 10. So maybe we've actually pushed on a little bit too far with the quest, and we aren't able to get those resources yet. There is pixie dust around, because I believe there is. Is that pixie dust? That's pixie dust, but I'm not necessarily sure. We can build a pixie dust extractor. So let's go ahead and do that. And what was the other one that we need? Mithrite. What does that look like? Blood crystals. Pixie blood, that's the one we're working on. We've got our mithrite extractor here. And we do have an extractor on it, I believe. Yes. So, do we? Is there an extractor there? Can't quite tell. Maybe we just can't actually do that one yet. Though it is highlighted in a colour, which I assume usually means it has an extractor on it. And it is giving us an output. Whereas one that doesn't have an extractor on it, still. That says spice extractor. That says deposit. Let's look at something we know definitely has an extractor on it. That's within the city's borders, so it doesn't count. Yeah, titanium extractor. So maybe we can't actually build the extractors for that at the moment. Okay, this is not too big a deal. We can still handle things. So let's go ahead and take this city if we can. Again, winter, not helping matters much. Our settler is completed. That's fantastic. Let's see if we can go ahead and get out and settle this area here. We do have a couple of concerns. We've recently met the necrophages, and they're causing us a little bit of a problem. Well, they're not causing me a problem directly. However, they are close to winning an expansion victory and a elimination victory. They're controlling an awful lot of the map right now, which isn't a good thing at all. So we are going to go and hit next turn, simply because there's not an awful lot that I can do right now. So 50 pixie blood and 30 mithrite. We will get there eventually. Like I said, we just may end up having to buy some stuff. Let's go and take this city out, just because it'll be less of a problem. We're just going to attack it directly. They do have their hero back, but they have very few units here. So let's go ahead and auto-attack and ready to fight. We win once again. Our hero took a fair bit of damage there, so she's going to need to reinforce. But we did manage to take the city. And I don't think they have anything left over on this side now, so what I'm going to do is just head up back towards Sulin, and we'll just take Sulin out if we need to, because he wouldn't accept an offer of peace anyway. So I'm just going to head back over there and deal with him. And our Titan has leveled up as well. It's not very often a Titan lasts long enough to be leveled up, but there we go. We also have our settler. Now, I'm being very careful here because my settler is currently unescorted, and it's also winter, so my settler can't move very fast. But I want to get into this area and just throw a city down anywhere. I'm not even bothered if it's in a particularly bad spot. The main reason I want to do it is because I just want to stop the necrophages from settling here. If they want to take this area, they're going to have to fight for it. Not an awful lot of food around here. Although that probably wouldn't be too bad of a spot, because it'd be quite... Well, mind you, being on the high ground would be better, I suppose. It does give us some tundra, so I think we're going to go ahead and settle over there. But again, we can't do that on this turn. You're going to go work your way up and just have a little bit of an exploration up here so we can see what we've got. More temple ruins. That doesn't even look like it's been explored either, which is quite interesting. Let's end the turn. I really do wish winter would go away. Deep generator's finished and we're working on the cultural indoctrination. So we know you can't get there on this turn, but we're going to have a look anyway. Do our best to see what we've got around. You now want a truce in exchange for glass steel. I'm going to refuse it, because whenever I wanted to go to peace with you, you refused that. So we'll get our own back. Moyes has completed the advanced alchemy lab. Let's go ahead now and get that deep generator going, because this is quite a good city. And that will give us plus 10% food, production, dust, and science. So I think that's going to be worth having. It's quite cheap to build as well. After that, we'll probably go ahead and get one of those... see, less margin of error predictability. Do we really need that, though? Pixie blood. What else could we get here? Another pixie blood extractor. That could be useful. Let's go ahead and get that done then. So, on to the next turn, most probably. I've got to get out of the habit with this game of doing what I used to do with Civilization 5 when I started playing it, and just looking at a building and going, oh, I haven't got one of those, and building it, without actually really looking and checking and saying, well, hang on a minute, it isn't worth me building it because it doesn't actually give me anything all that useful, or it's going to cost me money to build it and maintain it, but it isn't actually going to give me any benefit because it requires a specific resource which isn't even in the city. So I do have to be careful there. We've got some moss pearls, got a gold deposit, got a glass steel deposit, so we're definitely going to start getting these things hooked up. I think what we do need, though, is we need seed storage and a winter shelter, and then we'll get the gold done. We'll get the glass steel done. We will then work on a watchtower so we can see when these guys try and jump us, and then we can go and rebuild this city up. That's a lot of things queued up. Ready to be assimilated. Resources is worn off. Titan bones. Plenty of them. So let's go ahead and reactivate. You guys are going to go and search that. Oh, wow. What would you believe it? We actually end up getting another quest. Use a hero army, a hero-led army to search the location indicated on the map. It's only for 30 Titan bones, but it might not be a bad thing. I didn't actually bother clicking for it to tell me which location it was on the map. The lust for loot. Actually, there's 4 things that we have to do. So it looks like we have to find 4 places. I'm probably not going to bother too much in doing that, because that one's miles over there for a start. Yeah, that is probably a quest that I won't really bother with, simply because we've already got loads of those bones anyway, so it's not too important. What we are going to do, however, is find that army. You are going to continue northwards a little bit. We're just exploring. I just want to see what's around here. Yeah, we're definitely at the borders. There isn't really anywhere else. There's more temple ruins there that we could potentially go and explore. And I think we should. And then we're going to come back over here and attack him in his one and only city. Hopefully by then... summer will have arrived and it'll be a little bit easier. So, end term. Still quite worried about those necrophages. Okay, one more turn. So we are getting to the point now where we're literally just going end turn, end turn, end turn, because there isn't a huge deal of stuff I can do. Let's search. That's just telling me that summer has come around. And we've got some hydromeal. That's fantastic. But summer's returned, which is great. So we're going to head over here now. Ah, necrophages. Now, we're not at war with those currently. However, they are getting very, very close to us. And that is not something that I particularly like. So we're going to have to be careful with them. And we have got some more units being produced. So we are going to be building some slightly better armies. Not sure whether they're coming to try and attack me, because they've stopped right on the border. You're still thinking about a truce, which is all very well, but like I said, you didn't want a truce when I wanted to, so maybe you're not having one now. He's still moving some units in, so we do have to be careful here. okay, we're fine here. Now, where is that Dawn Officer and a Titan? Let's build a new army there. You guys move quite slow, but I think I'm actually going to move you in this direction just in case they start trying to move in. Doesn't look like they've got a hero there, but they've got quite a few high revisions on some of their units, so I think we do need to be careful. What do we have that hasn't moved? You guys can still move a little bit more. I think you're just going to stay here for now. Maybe as bait. We'll see. Maybe they're going down here to attack this guy. It's quite possible. Oh, something's coming our way. That is a lot of units. And that's a lot of units heading our way. So, change of plans. I was going to go and wipe the orange guy out. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that any longer. I think we're going to be coming to defend our city. Gonna have to attack these guys, otherwise I can't get past them. Wow. They've got a lot of stuff here. I'm going to auto and just ready to fight. We will probably lose, and we did. We took a few of their units out and weakened them slightly. We are going to rush purchase this guy. We are going to put another Titan in the queue as well. We are going to go into diplomacy. We're going to speak to this guy. He's exhausted. Now will you truce out? Yes, he will. Finally. So, let's do that. Okay. Don't have to worry about him anymore now. That's fantastic. Well, at least, don't have to worry about him for a while. Do we have any more troops? Can we build any more troops? Let's get another Marine going here. And another Dawn Officer. Looks like we're really going to start building up some armies if we want any chance of being able to survive against the necrophages. We know that you're building, that's fine. Let's keep the glass steel going. We're definitely going to need the money. Some of our cities are growing in size. Surprised they didn't attack this city down here, actually being one of the weakest. Is there any possibility of making some kind of deal with them? I'm guessing probably not. We can close our borders. Let's compliment them. Probably isn't going to make any difference at all. Let's end the turn, because it's pretty much all we can do. Oh, we haven't declared a science, so let's go ahead and do that. I definitely think we need to start looking at some of the military stuff as well now. What else could be useful? Health regen on cities and stuff. Oh, we've already got that one. Fortification on city units. Yeah, that's going to be needed. So let's end the turn. And now my mouse has stopped going sideways, which is exactly what I didn't want to happen, because I wanted to get here before he manages to attack the city. Yeah, you see how he backed off? This is the thing with simultaneous turn movements. It's like I just managed to do that. He is trying to reform his armies at this point. He's got some nasty stuff around, and he could be going for another one of my cities, which is something that I am very, very conscious of right here. In the city, we can rush build that Titan. Now, can we just close our borders to him? Right, let's see how that's going to mix things up. Probably not very well. Ah, right, it has actually kicked him out. So, now I've kicked him out of my borders, he has a choice. He either has to declare war on me, or he can't come in. So that certainly helped things out. Okay. He's not going to like that, though. He's going to be very annoyed at it. But we are going to make a new army here. And we are going to merge these units together. That's only still 5 of 8. We have 2 Titans, we have 2 Marines, and 1 Dawn Officer. So I think what we need to have is we need to have another Dawn Officer, and then I think we're going to have a Centaur and a Justicer. Or our Justiciar. I think it's truncating the name. It's a Justiciar. We are starting to get some adamantium now, but I'm not necessarily sure that it is worth doing an upgrade on anyone. It may possibly be worth upgrading the hero now with that better bow. Because the crossbow is giving us 119 attack, that gives us 155. It gives us 64 damage, that gives us 84 damage. And it still gives me a little bit of defense. Now, the good thing is is that this bow actually gives me Flying Slayer 4. And I've got the feeling that most of their units are going to be flying. Yeah, these are all flying units, so having a lot of flying Slayer is really going to help matters out. So you're going to sit back in the city for the time being. Population of Moys has grown. I'll just keep it as it is. Although what we might want to do at some point here is... Just thinking it might be worth expanding the streets a little bit and getting another borough on there somewhere. That'd give it a little bit more production and quite a bit more science, actually. There's no food on that tile anyway, so we won't, because normally when you expand a borough, you lose the food on that tile normally. So, or you lose one food on that tile. So going on to that one's not too much of a bad idea. Okay, there's probably not an awful lot else we can do. We are going to leave you guys there and end the turn. Now, what is he going to do? Is he going to declare war? That's rich, coming from this guy, isn't it? Haven't you gobbled up enough? Must you gobble up Ariga's resources next to our doors, considering they weren't their doors to begin with? I could certainly go out and try and meet them on the battlefield, but they do have a lot of units, and it is quite a risk to do so, so I intend not to try and do it straight away. Some of these cities that I've captured already have roads, and that helps out a little bit, because it means I am getting a few additional trade routes up and running as well. I think you guys are just going to stay there for now. I don't see any point in doing a lot else. We'll just wait until you've gained some military strength. And then we'll go out there and see if we can make a nuisance of ourselves. Strength of the Vault research has completed. So let's go ahead now, and we need one more tech to unlock the 5th era. And we're getting close now to a science victory. What should we have? What would be useful to us? +3 food on terrain with food. That could be useful. What have we got here? Production line. We could get something to try and increase our armies a little bit here, actually. Creating stockpiles could also be useful. Rare metal foundry. Give us +1 mithrite. Ah, that's how you get the mithrite extractor. Okay, yes. So we definitely need to do that then if we want to get the next part of our class quest done. So, yep, science is queued up. And Pixie Blood Extractor here is done. So what were we going to do over here? We'll rebuild their village. We'll get a blood crystal extractor just because we can. And then we will... might as well get the deep generator at this point. So I'm just keeping my eye on those necrophages and see what they're going to do. Let's end the turn. I should have dumped some gold into those units actually and just got them put out straight away. Because we may possibly be able to win a fight with them directly if we go in. So it's worth having a look. It is our turn anyway, so let's go in. We're going to rush the Dawn Officer, and we're going to... We can't rush that Justiciar yet, unfortunately, which is a bit of a pain. Right, what do you want to do? You want to close your borders. Well, that's fine, because I was just about to come into your borders to kill off those necrophages, which would have helped you out a little bit. But no, fine now. I won't be going into your borders. I'll certainly sit the units on the edge of mine, though. Can I actually upgrade any of my units at this point? Is it worth upgrading something like the centaurs or something like that? What can we actually give you guys? Don't really want to be giving you stuff that uses a lot of... Imagine Cavalry Slayer, but they're flying, though, the things we're going against, so it's not going to be all that great. Range Slayer could be useful. We are only building one of these guys, so it wouldn't be terrible, but we don't have any way of getting any of these adamantium at the moment. I think what we've got is literally just been from quest rewards right now. So let's stick with other things. Cavalry Slayer, say, isn't all that useful. Range Slayer could be useful. 21, 9, and 8, or 21, 9, and 16. Alright, we'll go for the dust one then. Is that a one-handed? It's one-handed, so we can go ahead and give you a better shield, and then we can also go ahead and give you the armor. Why not? Might as well do it. And is it worth giving you any of this stuff? Giving you improved life probably isn't a bad idea. So let's go ahead and do that. What it should do also as well, because that's now made those Centaur 2s. Can we do anything here to the Justices? Have they changed the model there? I thought they used to be that colour, the sort of red colour. They look blue now. Or maybe they're just blue because they're on my side. I don't know. I just don't remember them looking like that before, that was all. Let's go ahead and give you guys all of the better armour. Because why not? Now, what weapon is it that you use? You use a one-handed sword. So again, we could go for the dust one. Infantry Slayer. Yeah, Infantry Slayer is probably still ideal for you. Better shield. We'll leave you with the other stuff that you've got. We'll apply that. And we don't have any of them pre-built already. So, right, that Centaur's just about to be built. So, what we'll probably have to do is retrofit it on the next turn. But that's fine, because I will get 300 dust, so it won't be an awful lot. So we can go in here. We can create a new army here. We can retrofit. That's fine. And we can merge you guys up. So now we have an army size of 7. It's worth about 10,000 dust. Actually quite a good army. Those guys have now backed off a little bit. But we are going to have to go to war with them at some point. That's pretty obvious. A lot of things finishing being built, but that's fine. We've got quite a lot of cities now. If we actually look in our city list, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cities. Not too bad. Happiness amongst them isn't great. We definitely need to get some happiness buildings in a lot of these cities. Or we could hire a hero. There's one thing we haven't actually done yet, is gone to the market. And you can actually go in here and hire heroes. And we could hire someone who is specifically for... you know, sort of boosting how good a city is. But we're not going to be doing that just yet. I think what we can do with a lot of this is manually. So, you certainly need something in your production queue to help with the happiness. Now, what gives happiness? It's markets, isn't it? Or something along those lines. A lot of stuff here that's useful that we can't build because we don't have the necessary stuff. Can I build you nothing that will give you any kind of happiness at all at the moment? No, I don't have any approval buildings that I can build. Oh, well, it's a little bit of a shame, but we'll just keep it going and see what happens. But that is all I can do on this video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Endless Legend. And I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.